This is a skid steer made by Bobcat 440B. These were made from 1986 to 1995. They don't make them anymore. Very popular. Pretty much no electrical to them except the key ignition spark plug. That's about it. Depending on what engine you're using, but pretty much all mechanical and hydraulic. With that in mind, this is a very fast machine, very powerful. And what I had gotten a hold of one of these. Here it is, Bobcat, and it came without an engine. Came without the basic paperwork that I need to show me what it was, what kind of engine I would need to get. And when I did find what I needed, I could not afford it. And I wasn't looking for a brand new engine, but it would have been great to have a deal, something to work with. So I did the next best thing. The next best thing was I found that Harbor Freight sells these Predator engines. This is a 670cc gasoline engine. Of course, you're going to need to run your line, run a fuel filter. I ran through the plastic. There's 2 dots. There's videos on the step-by-step on how I put this in, including the motor mounts, belt driven to the static hydraulic pump. Now, this video is not about me, how I put this motor in and step-by-step, because I have other videos for that. The purpose of this video was I was successful at putting this together to the point where I was in the alley of my home doing donuts, going in circles in the skid steer. And this thing is really fast. Unbelievable. It almost fell over. The bucket lifted so high than what I thought it could go. And it was powerful. I dig dirt with it. I was really amazed. And something to keep in mind on people who were asking me a lot of questions through emails was, how could this motor be so strong to turn the tires and shovel and dig and do all those things? Here's the answer. It doesn't. This motor does not turn the wheels. This motor only turns the static hydraulic pump. There's a hydraulic static pump in front of this motor, this Predator motor, which then the hydrostatic pump, the hydraulic itself, turns the wheels, lifts the bucket up and down. And by throttle, from turtle, which is slow, to rabbit, which is fast, the higher the throttle, the faster this machine goes, which I don't recommend it. It's really fast. This really can tip over. So everything was successful. But get back why I made making this video right now. I didn't know that this Bobcat has been sitting for 6 months. And of course I got a little sick, and the weather got bad, and a bunch of sorry excuses, but I made a video showing me doing donuts, the power of it, lifting dirt, and I was super happy. And guess what? I was flagged. I was literally flagged multiple times on putting a Predator engine in Bobcat. Now, whoever was flagging me, I apologize if I offended you. I don't know what it was that I said. It was a step-by-step. I was really happy to have experienced it and put the only video, there's no other videos, on putting Bobcats inside of skid steers. Putting Predator engines into a Bobcat, which is a skid steer, step-by-step, and giving you your points and your pointers and tricks and whatnot. All you got is videos of people saying, hey, look, a Predator in here, and they're doing donuts, and that's it. They're not telling you how they did it, what you could do to get yours in there. Well, I did it, and you can watch my other videos, which are wonderful. I don't know why those did not get flagged with it, which I'm happy they didn't, but I was flagged. Now, in these videos, I had told you that these are all at your own risk, and I did all the research myself. There's none out there, so I had to go through all these loopholes to make this work, for not just for me, but for someone else who also who comes across a machine and wants to get it going. And so now let's start by saying, which I should have started in the beginning of the video. This video, you taking your own chances. You're taking your own risk. You're on your own on what you want to do. You're responsible for yourself. So if you're following this and you're doing what I'm doing and building this, just keep in mind, for any explosion, fire, fall over, crushes you, kills you, that has nothing to do with me. And please take my videos both as educational purposes, but at the same time entertaining. This is entertainment. It's cool that something like this happened. But I did also learn too, just recently a law went into effect about repairing your own farm equipment. Well, this is considered farm equipment, and I did realize that there was a law passed on it. So it could have been because of that law, the right to repair your own farm equipment. But I don't know how this would affect this little bobcat. It don't matter. I'm not going to complain. Just leave it alone. So what I would like to do for you today, because the video was flagged and they didn't even let me know. So this whole time I was thinking that everybody out there followed all my step-by-steps and got an opportunity to see this motor move. And they did not, because it was flagged and it was removed. I fought against it. I did everything I could. I filed an appeal, did all my step-by-steps, and I lost. So now that a new law went into effect, you have the right to repair your own farm equipment. Let's try this again. So yes, the motor works. Yes, the hydrostatic, or the static hydraulic pump moves the tires in the bucket. It's very fast. It's very powerful. And you're going to see this. All right, this bucket, I have not started this Bobcat. I have not started this Bobcat for 6 months. So even though I bought a brand new battery for it, there's no alternator on this Predator, which I would like to see a video on how people are installing those alternators so I could put one on here that'll charge the battery. But why would you need to when you can get, like, I'm not kidding you, you get like 45 cranks out of that. So that means you could use this skid steer 45 times before you have to charge the battery again. And that's what I'm doing right now, just in case the power is dead. Well, I only indicate that this battery was low because I also installed this light and it seemed kind of dim. So, and I didn't want a video where I'm sitting in the seat of this trying to start it over and over, and it's boring. So it's been 6 months and I see if there's gas. Of course, you guys see my video on how to install this. I even got a new trick. It goes inside of this plastic and the hose goes, literally the hose goes in, but rather than installing it here, it's going to go to the back of the plastic, come out through here, through the filter and in. I installed this filter here so I could see the air bubble and know that this has gasoline inside of it. All right, with that being said, let's set up this camera and let's see this thing run in action. All right. Oh, I got an oil container. Oh yeah, that's where that went. Wow, it's been sitting out here for like 6 months. Alright, so here's the skid steer, the bucket. Now I'm not going to go driving it around in the alley doing 360s in it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start it up for you, so that you can see that it does work. And the bucket works and all those good little things that come with it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this on start mode. When you're getting your start power for this, you don't need to start it like it's a car. You can put it on start mode like it's a motorcycle. I hope. Okay. I'm getting in the cage. And inside the cage, you remember from one of my videos, I had put a key and the ignition. I had removed it from the Predator and I installed it on, if you're sitting in the bucket, it would be on the left hand side, facing outwards. That's where I installed it, the wire. You see the video on it. Let's get inside of this and see what happens. A bunch of dirt, leaves. Hope I don't get bit by a spider. Chincha. Cool. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. All right, so here we go. There's this. Oh, what do you know? In the first crank, this thing fired right up. Way to go, Predator. All right, so we're gonna do the bucket. Oh yeah. there's a huge wasp hive right here. And they're really unhappy right now. Let me get on out of here. Oh, yeah. Whoa, I didn't even see that wasp hive. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I wanted to drive it for you around this area and do donuts and all that, but I left the door open and I left the jumper cables on, remember? So look at that. Good thing they didn't fall off. Yeah, not too bright, huh, for a stay safe video. Now let's get it back to let's go ahead and get it at 15, so medium, and that should just charge the battery for me. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, you saw the bucket go up. There's a throttle, which is rabbit and slow, and then there's one that's, a turtle that is slow, and then the rabbit, which is fast. And it's a throttle that's inside of the bucket, which I did a video on and showed you how. There it is. So if I push it forward, it turns into a rabbit, which is fast. And plus the stickers are right by it to show it. What a great throttle body idea to get that engine revving. The faster that engine is revving, the faster this hydraulic bucket moves up and down, and the faster it moves. Now remember, I was in the alley and I was doing donuts and this thing almost fell over. Literally, this thing moves really fast. So the Predator engine does not move the wheels. It does not move the bucket. The Predator engine moves the static hydraulic pump. The pump moves the wheels and the bucket. So that's how you could get a buttload of dirt on this bucket and still go fast, because of the hydraulic. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. I have the metal plate off so I can see the hydraulic body. It's really clean in there. I need another seat. Might have to get one off a lawnmower somehow, or figure out how to put interior down on this. That's what I sat on. And also I have wasp hives in here. Remember, the original video that I had doing donuts on this was flagged and it was taken down. I was under the impression that the people had followed me during the step-by-step how to install a Predator engine in a Bobcat, got to see the final results of it moving and doing all this super cool stuff. They did not. So I really apologize, viewers. I did not know until about roughly 90 days later. I mean, YouTube took the video out, even it didn't tell me right away. And so I don't know why I was flagged on it, but remember, this is at your own risk. I do understand there's rules and laws, and this is for, you know, a learning experience, but it's entertainment. And I hope nobody gets hurt doing these, but at the same time, I'm hoping somebody can learn from these. And I hope that you appreciate this. I will make another video showing me sanding. I'm going to sand this down, literally primer it. I'm going to use the right kind of paint, the paint that's really, really strong, doesn't scratch easy. And I was kind of hoping to get this rubber paint to make rubber white wall tires on this, which would not be a bright idea using this in mud and dirt. The white wall tires are only going to get dirty, and the wasps are out flying around. They're not happy that I done that. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. This is a skid steer made by Bobcat. It's a 440B. They made these in between 1986 all the way up to 1995. This does not have the original motor in it. It has a Predator engine in it, and it worked. It was successful. It is very fast, very strong. And yeah, let's get this thing painted, looking really sharp, and we'll go from there. And remember, like always, be safe in all you do. Take care.